What's going on, people? So today I'm in the kitchen. I'm about to cook up some breakfast. It's a Sunday morning. I'm about to have some eggs on avocado on toast. Eggs and avocado on toast. Yeah, I'm gonna chef that up. But boy, I've been quiet for a minute. Yeah, but there's a lot of things that has gone down in 2024, and as we unwind, as we move on to the next year, I just want to discuss it with you guys, man, because wow, has it been a year? Has it been a year? Boy, 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 boy. So yeah, follow me on this journey right now to cooking the eggs. Let's see how it turns out. Will I burn it? Will I, let's see. But yeah, let's get started. You just hear my voice sometimes, you'll see me moving about, but it is what it is. New content for the channel, trying to be consistent and all of that. So on that note, please subscribe, like and share. If you like the video, comment. I might prompt you with some questions and stuff, but you know how it goes. All right, so we're going to start with the eggs. First of all, yeah, I want to start off with this whole Drake and Kendrick beef, yeah. Now, it's been a good year, and I mean, we love rap battles. Battle rap, or rapping against an opponent, has always been a thing in hip hop, and it started off fun, the Kendrick and Drake battle. Obviously, we enjoyed it, the back and forth. It's hype. You look forward to someone's reply once someone has dropped a record, and it brings me back to Biggie and Pac. I was a child when that was happening, so all I remember is Hit 'Em Up. To be honest, I remember that being played on radio as a kid, and I didn't really understand it, but I knew that was like, I think that was me finding out Hit 'Em Up Tupac. That was when I found out that raw hip hop is vulgar, and I remember we'll get in trouble for listening to Hit 'Em Up, but there was something engaging about it. Do you know what I mean? Because it was so foul, like, and when I got older and I started actually focusing on lyrics and I took interest in music, Nas and Jay-Z was going at it, and that was also foul. And there was just a hype around it that as hip hop fans, we enjoyed, and we hope that battle rap don't lead to real beef, and it's just a battle of the arts and stuff, and who can perform better, who's got the better lyrics, better flows, better things to say. But I think now we've evolved to strategy, social media, and I guess going by what Drake is saying, record labels. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So it's an exciting thing, and the reason why I'm saying all that, I guess, is because it's like, it never has to go past the battle. Like, that's what I would think. It shouldn't go past the battle. But what I've noticed is that both Kendrick and Drake, they have crazy fans. Crazy fans. Like, if you talk against any of them, you're gonna get insulted, especially Kendrick fans. My opinion. My opinion is, I like both artists. I like Drake, I like Kendrick, yeah? For me, Drake is the vibes man. I enjoy Drake's music more, as in, if I wanna go out, I'm driving, maybe I'm chilling with a girl, like a fun type of girl, or I don't know, I'm just doing something, and I need that. I want to feel like a G. I want to feel like it depends, because Drake's got the club hits, and he's got the hits that you can relate to in terms of relationships and dating and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But then if I want to listen to lyrics, and I want to because the reason why I like both is also because I make music. So basically, I'm a fan of lyrics, like bars. Your bars have got to make me think. Like, I want to be like, I could never have come up with that. How did he come up with that? Do you know what I mean? And Kendrick does that for me, basically. Kendrick is the man that he makes you think. Also, sometimes you want to think. Like, sometimes if I'm on my own, right, and I'm thinking about life, and, you know, something relatable is being said, it hits. It makes me connect with the artist and like them as a person. And I think Kendrick's got that factor. You know the type of bars where you have to reload the track and hear it again and be like, did he really say that? Yeah. Or, what is it? Or try to, you know when you've got to try and work out what the artist is really saying or whatever. Yeah, Kendrick does that. Do you know what I mean? And both of them work for me. Like, both of them work, I would say, when you rate a rapper. Like, I've grown to realize that rap is not just lyrics. So, where Drake wins is that he knows how to make very good rap songs. Oh, turn on the heat. He knows how to make very good rap songs. Like anthems, songs you can dance to, all of that. Kendrick knows how to make great think pieces, great, he'll give you the lyricism, he'll give you the different styles of rap. And both of them work in different arenas, do you know what I mean? Some will favour the flamboyant stuff, the club stuff, and some will favour the lyricism. So I think both can be celebrated. We don't have to put them against them. They had a battle. Now, if you rate Drake, you shouldn't be offended as a Kendrick fan. If you rate Kendrick, Drake fans shouldn't be offended. Do you know what I mean? Now, as far as the battle went, like, let's just call a spade a spade. Kendrick won. And I don't think it's just down to music that Kendrick won. I think that there was better strategy. Oh, these avocados don't seem right. Oh yeah. Guess we're gonna have a raw avocado then. Yeah, so I think it was down to strategy. Kendrick was ready for Drake. He had the better strategy. He did more damage to Drake's reputation than Drake did to this. In fact, this kind of helped Kendrick. Do you know what I mean? In his career. Look at all the things Kendrick's doing now. So, Kendrick won. I don't know if he's won the war yet because the war's not over. Maybe not because Drake's now got a lawsuit. But it's safe to say that the rapping battle, Kendrick won. And I think Drake did well. Drake had some hard tunes in the battle. Like, don't get it twisted. Let's not act like he did not deliver. But Kendrick just had a better strategy and he attacked Drake's character a lot. I don't think Drake's focus was on Kendrick's character. And you kind of have to do that in battle rap. You have to go for someone's character because it kind of breaks them. It sounds raw, innit, like, from a humane perspective, but boy, that's battle rap. And Kendrick delivered, you know what I'm saying? We see what Not Like Us did, even though that Drake is saying it's not true, that, you know, the label pushed it. But we've seen the gram, we've seen the internet, we know what's going on. And yeah, so I think Kendrick won the battle, right? But I think, like I said, both of them are cold artists. Don't take away from Drake. Oops. Damn, nearly burned the toast, man. Can I still use that? I like my eggs well done. So if I show you what I've made, don't judge me. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this whole numbers thing in music. Now, a lot of the Drake fans, the reason why their best argument in this whole Drake and Kendrick thing and what they're left to fall back on is, oh, no one's got numbers like Drake. Drake is the #1 streamed artist of all time, all of this stuff, yeah? And ironically, this whole numbers thing is now what Drake is fighting in his lawsuit. You know? So, while you lot are celebrating the numbers thing, now Drake doesn't like how things are being calculated. Because, and the reason why I'm saying it like that is because the truth is, yeah, I studied music technology quite a while ago, right? And there was a module called music business. And in music business, we learned about all these things like, payola, all the practices that happen around marketing. Payola is a thing, and they tried to make a rule to say DJs shouldn't be accepting money to play records. And it was a law, it was a rule with music. But they do. And they've been doing it for a long time. And you think that's not happening with streaming. You think, of course there's bots. Of course there's stream farms. Of course people are inflating numbers. The whole industry does it. The whole industry does it. Like every label has that as part of their marketing budget. That's just what it is. If Kendrick benefited from that in this battle, Drake also benefited from that in his career. And yes, Drake was a big deal before streaming came in. And you could even argue and say he's the one that made streaming a thing. But I'm telling you now, even before he blew, there was probably practices that helped him marketing-wise to get to where he got to. Of course, like I said earlier, Drake makes good music, so you still have to have a good product, or let's say nowadays a decent product. It don't even have to be good, but Drake is good. He makes good music, yeah. So I'm not even putting him in that category of he's all right, but the numbers made him. No, he makes good music, and that's what made him. So my thing is, that's the whole reason why I've never liked the numbers argument, because I know people can inflate it. What's real? We never know. We don't know. But I hate people that argue like that. Well, this person sold this much, or this person streamed this much. Because listen, I can go on SoundCloud now and find some underground artists that have never been discovered that are cold. I can go to South London, line up a bunch of girls and show you some serious singers that no one knows about. I even used to do a show. I used to do a thing called Soulmate, and we used to hold shows, and I used to find undiscovered singers that were cold. Some of them that are doing bits now. So what my point is like, you can't judge artists by numbers. Do you know what I mean? You can't judge artists by numbers. Some people just don't have good marketing strategies. Some people just don't have the bread to blow them up. Some people just don't have the right team. So the main thing is, yeah, that argument of numbers, I don't rate it. Just because Drake is the most streamed and has very good numbers, doesn't mean he's the best artist in the world. I would put Drake up there, but I'm just saying, that argument is void to me. So when his fans are like, yeah, but Drake did this numbers-wise, you know, it's like, that don't fly with me, because that don't make him the best. There are pop stars that a lot of people will probably say are rubbish, but have streamed well too. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. And then also, now, because I gotta be fair, Kendrick fans, not everyone wants to break down lyrics. Some people just want microwave music. Some people just want music to vibe to. Sometimes it's about the vibe. This is a lesson I've had to learn too. Like, that just because a rapper ain't saying much. And Drake, the thing is, this is not, like I said, I don't like the whole argument that you have to diss Drake as a Kendrick fan, or you have to just Kendrick as a Drake fan. So I'm not sending shots to none of these men, because I think Drake can be lyrical too. But what I'm trying to say is, not everyone wants to hear the lyrical miracle lyrics, or not everyone wants to have to think to break down lyrics. And that's why labels even make you do pop records, because they want it to be easily digestible, if that's a word. My avocado is just being, it's not even smoothing it out because it wasn't really right. I hope it will work on my toast. But yeah, so I think all those arguments are redundant. Kendrick won the battle. Drake is still a cold artist. And there's not a lot of artists that can make music like Drake. Drake's music is a bit more exciting than Kendrick's. That's it. Like, we don't need to fight or argue about it. It is what it is. The proof is in the pudding. When it comes to how Drake's moving after the battle, now I've watched a lot of people talk on his lawsuit. I've seen social media, and the optics are mad. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like sore loser. It's giving sore loser energy, and that's what a lot of people are discussing and talking about. That, and it's not really good for his rep. So the truth of the matter is, my opinion on it is, because I've looked into it, I've seen what different people have to say, and the truth is, I think the timing was wrong. And some people are saying that this could help a lot of artists. Back to what I was saying before about the whole bot system, fake streams, all of this, yeah. Maybe it will give everyone a fair chance now, because you really have to have listeners. If Drake exposes this and is successful in doing so, and the labels have to show that they've been doing this, then moving forward, it'll be hard to do it again. They'll have to find a new way. And if that's the case, then people are saying it will help the music industry in general and give more of a chance to upcoming underground artists, because now you really have to just succeed with real listeners, which I'm not mad at. That is good and that makes sense. But the issue with that is, why did he do it now? Straight after the battle, and just when Kendrick is getting mad success from the record and also doing Super Bowl. To me, it does seem a bit fishy, and then that's why people would now think it's sore loser energy. So my thing is now, yeah, it's too early to judge. Let's see what happens, because the truth is, I want to determine whether it's a good thing or whether it's a selfish thing, whether it's going to help people or whether it's just to make sure Not Like Us is not play that Super Bowl and to get in the way of Kendrick's success, basically. So my thing is, if things happen and he wins the case and the record labels have to change how they do things, and Drake brings in more upcoming artists, maybe on his label, he ventures into becoming more of an exec or a manager, and he's, really, because I know, okay, he does these collaborations and all of that, but arguably that also keeps him relevant. But I'm talking about now really bringing in like upcoming artists under him and pushing them. If he does all of that, wins the case and changes the music industry, I'm not mad at it. And then I'm going to say that even if it was bad timing, he maybe had an epiphany and thought, I need to change the business. But if he just does this as a way to win the war, not the battle, because we know he lost the battle, but he does it to win the war and is a shot at Kendrick, he shuts down Not Like Us, and just makes his money, then later on makes music letting us know how powerful he is, how great he is. He went against the label, he won, he made his money. Then we know that was for selfish reasons. Then all of that talk about it could change the industry is void, because then it was for himself. And even if it does change the industry, it was still for himself. So yeah, we're yet to see all that. Yeah, people are saying that being called a PDF file is the worst thing you can be called. But I watch Smack Battle Rap and all of those underground battle rap scenes in America. I even big up Pen Game as well. I watch Pen Game. I used to watch Don't Flop. I don't know if they're still going, but I used to watch that. And Pete, trust me, battle rappers get so disrespectful. That's just part of it. And Kendrick did warn Drake that we don't have to bring family into it. We don't have to go raw. If Drake takes it there, I'm going to take it there. Drake told him to follow through, and Kendrick did that. And then now everyone's like, oh, but being called a PDF file is the worst thing. I mean, it's not. It don't look good. Yeah, it is mad to be called that. I can't lie. I'm not going to sit here and act like it is a good thing. But he ain't got no cases that we know about. Yeah, the problem is now, if you battle rap in this day and age, you're going to see a lot of comments, you're going to have people reacting on social media because of the world we live in now. So the optics look mad. But unless there's some form of truth to it, no one's really going to take it seriously. I don't think Drake's career, okay, I'm not going to lie, it can be affected a bit, but people, it's not an R. Kelly situation. People are still going to play his music, man. I hear his music on the radio still. Like, it's not, I don't think he can finish him. I just think in this moment, he's affected a bit. And I think if he would have went away for a little while, focused on the music, came back maybe next summer, 2025, with some hits, people will be over it. Just let Kendrick have his shine for now. Go back to the drawing boards, come back. So, I hear that. That's one of my thoughts. But another thought is, and what I've been seeing as well, is there an attack on hip hop? Because, the entertainment industry, maybe, because I want to talk about what hip hop stars have been going through this year, but there's also been other entertainers too. Is there an attack on famous people? Or do famous people need to act better? Because, okay, Drake's argument is defamation of character. So the things that we hear in entertainment a lot, right, are things to do with things to do with PDF files, abuse, all of that stuff, yeah? So why is that the common crime in entertainment? Are a lot of them lies? Or do these entertainers need to act better? Or is it a situation that comes with power? Because we've got Diddy. Diddy's getting outed a lot. The Diddy one's a little bit different because we saw video evidence, so it's hard to unsee that what we saw on camera. And I don't know, Diddy's case is a bit sticky, but still, it was after a big deal with Ciroc, I believe, that went bad, that all these things started coming out, right? The newest one is Jay-Z. We all know that Jay-Z's a powerful mogul in the game. Then we got Drake, because Drake is now saying defamation of character. And as I said, Drake is a successful artist. We've seen what he's been doing. And he's now blaming the label. So does that mean that the powers that be used Kendrick to get at Drake? We've got, what else happened this year? I swear there's more. All the people from before, like R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of white people that have been associated with that stuff too, but I'm focusing on the stars that I look to and follow, kind of, do you know what I mean? Even in the UK, we got Young Philly's situation. It seems like a common thread, right? So do we need to do better? What do you lot think in the comments? Does people, are our own, the black people or the people in the urban space, do they need to do better? Or is this attack on our culture, on entertainment within black culture? What do you lot think? It's peak. The only thing I would say, and I'm going to end with this because my food's ready and I'm about to eat. The only thing I will say is, I think when you get so much power, yeah, sometimes, and I'm not saying anyone's guilty, I don't know, these are all cases that are out there. You know, two things can be right, as I said before. But one thing to think about is, when you get so powerful and you get women throwing themselves at you, you probably get a false sense of entitlement or authority over women in general. So if someone says like no, or they act like they don't want to do stuff with you or whatever, it's not normal to you. So or maybe you've been with loads of women before that pretend and act like they don't want it, but they really want it, and they're cool with you pursuing still. But everyone's different, and I think that a lot of people do get in trouble because of that as well, because maybe they find it hard to accept no, or maybe they thought it was one thing but it was the other, or maybe they acted more aggressively because the last girl they had liked aggressive sex, and then maybe they tried it on a new woman, because obviously in that world you're not sticking to one woman. It's very likely you're gonna have so many different women in different cities and different places, so you might paint them all with the same brush, but all women are different, and the way women approach sex is different from woman to woman. But if you've got a full sense of power, entitlement, because so many women have thrown themselves at you, you might take advantage of that, and these things could happen. I've got no excuses for underage people, because that one you should know. There's no excuses for abuse or anything, and there's no excuses for great. But what I'm just saying is, I think what is doing a lot of these celebrities is the full sense of power and entitlement, and that needs to be dealt with. And yes, we can talk about the attack on hip hop or attack on our moguls, but they also need to move correctly and set an example so that it's hard to get them. Even though I know that false allegations will be made. But if you look at what Jay-Z's going through now, he kind of dealt with it well. He addressed it straight away. Now, the other side, the lawyer and his team is looking all funny, like there's inconsistencies, and you got to fight it. If it's fake allegation, you got to fight it to the end, and you've got to use your money, use your power for that. But at the same time, also I think they have to be careful. And anyone trying to be a celebrity or famous, you gotta be careful. Like, you gotta make sure girls consent. You gotta make sure they're of age and all of that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, my food's ready, so I'm done. I'm out. Like, comment, share, peace.